Washington Commanders fans, welcome back to another episode of the J All Day NFL Show. We're going to go over all the moves that just happened in free agency and then do a 7-round mock draft accordingly, right? Big moves for the Commanders, really coming after the Eagles, my Philadelphia Eagles, right? A lot of great moves. They're bringing back Zach Ertz on a 1-year, $6 million deal with some incentives. John Bates, another tight end coming back. D-tackle Eddie Goldman, 1-year deal. Kicker Zane Gonzalez, 1-year deal. Will Harris, the safety, coming over in a 2-year deal. Jonathan Jones, Javon Kinlaw is coming over to replace Jonathan Allen. I like that move. Mariota's back again. Jeremy Nichols, the running back. KJ Osborne, Deebo Samuel for the trade. Coming over, man. Big trade. Love that move. Kevon Seymour, he's back, re-signed a 1-year deal. And then the big dog. Here is the big dog trade. Laramie Tunsil, all-pro, coming over in a trade with the Texans. Tunsil and a 4th-round pick from the Texans for a 3rd round, a 7th-round pick, and a 2026 2nd and 4th rounder. Big-time trade for your Commanders, guys. Bobby Wagner's also back on a 1-year deal. I love that. And then Way the punter and Wise the DN. A lot of really good moves, kind of shoring up that defense, bringing in 2 D tackles, a cornerback. I still want to see a little bit more, bringing Bobby Wagner back. I think that they need to go defense heavy in this draft, guys, because the offense is looking pretty set with Zach Ertz, bringing in some wide receiver help. The left tackle is there. So let's do a 7-round mock draft for your Commanders. All right, Commanders fans, you're on the board here at 29 overall. As I'm taking a look at the guys that are left, there's some really good ones here at 29. Darius Alexander, I like that. Zabel, he's like the Swiss Army knife of all these linemen. I love that. Nick Scourton, the edge defender from Texas A&M, very interesting player as well. Josh Connerly Jr., another guy I really like. Bringing in Gray Zabel makes a ton of sense. They could use some guard help, but man, they need corner help desperately, guys. A guy like Trey Amos makes a lot of sense to me. Darius Alexander I like, but he is a little bit older. You could go that spot for them, but I want to see more secondary help, man. I'm looking at the board. Demetrius Knight Jr. is definitely in play for me as well. Tyleik Williams, I like that. Jack Betch, I like that. Xavier Watts from Notre Dame, another player I really like. But for me, man, the safety, Nick Emmanwori, he's been shooting up draft boards. I think he's too good to go out of the first round. I'm going the safety, Nick Emmanwori, for the Commanders at 29 overall. Now, we're up in the 2nd round, guys. We got our safety. Bringing in a corner makes a lot of sense. Ezariah Thomas and Darian Porter are both on the board here. Getting a young running back definitely makes some sense for me as well. Another outside receiver, Deebo Samuel, is on the roster now. Xavier Restrepo definitely in play here, but Ezariah Thomas, the corner, I really like. But this guy that's on the board right now, guys, one of my favorite players in this entire draft class is Ben Morrison. He's coming off an injury, but he's going to be just fine. I love this pick here for them. Ben Morrison, 67 overall. I love that pick for the Commanders. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, Commanders fans, now we're up pick 127 overall. Not a ton of picks, right? We got a 4th, a 6th, and a 7th left. We really addressed the secondary. I think that's their biggest need going into this draft. Now, I want to bring in a guard. Willie Lampkin from North Carolina is an excellent player. I do like Damian Martinez, the running back, as well. That's definitely in play. So is tackle Chase Lunt. You could probably put him on the right side of this offensive line. But Willie Lampkin, very solid player. He's played all over the offensive line. Right guard, left guard, played a little bit of center. I like his versatility. I'm going Willie Lampkin in the 4th round for UNC. Now, we're up in the 6th round. Guys, here we go. I want to get a little bit younger at linebacker. Jay Higgins makes a lot of sense for me. Bobby Wagner is a very talented guy, but obviously he's getting pretty freaking old. Bringing in a running back makes a lot of sense. Jackson and Ollie Gordon from Oklahoma State. Really great year in 2023. That kind of production was crazy in 2023. Wasn't as effective, but Oklahoma State, they don't got the best offensive line. You saw what he could do in 2023. So taking a flyer on him in the 6th round definitely could make some sense for me. But guys, I really like Jay Higgins from Iowa. I want to get younger at off-ball linebacker, and I think Jay Higgins is the guy in the 6th round, 206 overall. All right, and our last pick, guys, coming up in the 7th round. A running back definitely could make some sense here for us, and so could wide receiver, right? Late in this draft, Marks is on the board from USC. He's a really solid guy, over 1,200 yards, almost 6 yards per carry. I'm bringing in another running back. I don't really want to go wide receiver here because between Ertz and Deebo Samuel and Terry McLaurin, I think we're pretty set there at the wide receiver position. So I'm bringing a running back to compete in this room. Let's go! Here we are, guys. Here is our draft board. We got Nick Emmanwori and Ben Morrison to help out this secondary that really struggled last season. We brought in a guard, swing guard. He can play center. He can play left guard. He can play right guard. And I wanted to bring in an off-ball linebacker, Jay Higgins, because Bobby Wagner's great, but he's 4,000 years old, so his time is limited on this roster. And then we brought in Marks, the running back from USC. I think he's a steal in the 7th round. Commanders fans, let me know in the comments below, who are you targeting in this draft? They don't have a ton of picks. No 3rd round pick this year, no 5th round pick. We got a 1, a 2, a 4, a 6, and a 7. Only 2 picks in the top 125 players. So they went really big in free agency, as we discussed earlier in this video, but let me know in the comments below. You like what they're doing, bringing in all these free agents, or would you rather have had some more draft picks? Bringing in Tunsil is huge, and then we've got a guy like Lampkin who could go play guard, plug and play starter, in my opinion, in the 4th round. I love that pick, and I think Emmanwori can play deep safety. He can play in the slot. He's very impressive guy. Scouts love Nick Emmanwori, and Ben Morrison, if he doesn't get hurt, he's a top 25 pick all day. Getting him in the middle, late of the 2nd round, 61 overall. I love that pick. All right, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.